So when I was in Toronto, Bill and I were there for Dark Girls, and these two Caucasian writers from Hollywood, one from the Hollywood Reporter and one from Variety, wrote these two horrible reviews of Dark Girls. And Bill, we were at a party the night before the article came out, and Bill read he got on his iPhone and he passed it to me because he just read the first line, the first paragraph, and passed it to me. And I read the whole thing. And I was like, what? And I was so upset that I gave him the phone and walked out the party.
What did it say?
I have to paraphrase this. Basically, it said that this film didn't deserve distribution. Now, as you being independent, the reason why you go to or been invited to as an independent to a major film festival as Toronto is to get film distribution. And for somebody to say that, it was just like, you actually just said that.
Right.
It just ruined what possibly could have been. So, and then they talked about, the so-called sociologists and psychologists that were in the film that were no-named people, which I thought was disrespectful.
You do that a lot.
Huh?
You do that a lot. Like, you don't distinguish what...
No. They were saying in terms of they didn't know who these people were by face.
Oh, even though there was a line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And since they could not... Well, anyway, I was really upset about it. So I damn near walked from the party back to my hotel across town in Toronto, and I had never been there before. But it was night, it was just walking, and then I got into the taxi, I got tired, and went back to the hotel, stayed up until about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, then finally went to sleep, woke up, God woke me up and said, listen, I got something for you. This is going to change the whole thing. And that's when he gave me the idea of, you know what? You don't need Hollywood for this. Matter of fact, you need Hollywood. All you need is your people. And they're not a part of Hollywood. They're a part of you. So I said, okay. Take the concert promotion, publicity thing and place it on a film. The way that a concert would roll around to different cities, take that and roll around the film. Not to theaters, but to performance halls. Top ticket, $50. Bottom ticket, $20, $25. Oakland, Atlanta, DC, Chicago, such and such. Completely sold out. 14 cities in 2 countries. Completely sold out. Only two cities didn't sell out.
Do you think that this model will work with comedies and other, you do a lot of documentaries, which it seems fitting that they would be shown in different type of venues. Do you think the same model will work for other independent filmmakers? It
will, but the most important thing, the key thing that I left out, what we need to talk about, is the social media that needs to be involved. We had a great young lady, very smart, Tatiana, who hooked us up with social media in terms of the website and Facebook and all that sort of thing. And through Tatiana, we had built, and Braden French, who was the co-producer and editor on this, we had built a audience. We put out a trailer, Bill and I, and Braden put out a trailer like 5 months or 4 months before the movie dropped in September. And I believe in 70-something days, maybe 83 days, we had 900,000 hits. almost 1 million hits in less than 90 days. Incredible. We had tapped into women, not just black women, because when Braden did a breakdown of where the hits were coming from, they were coming from, of course, the United States first, then Canada, then England, and then the top 2 countries to round out the top 5. You would have thought it had been maybe Ghana or Jamaica or maybe Bahia in Brazil or somewhere else, but they were France and Germany.
Or everywhere.
France and Germany. Now that told us that not only black people in France and Germany, but women in France and Germany were plugging into this situation and saying that this is not about just black women. This is about women self-esteem.
Right. Because there weren't just black women focused on in the film.
No, there were primarily African American women focused on the film, but women of color, period.
Right.
And there were Asian sisters, there were Cuban sisters in there, Latino sisters in there. I mean, just, you know. And then there was a Caucasian woman who had a tanning salon who talked about how she liked to tan. And she loved that color about it. She, you know, when she did tan, she loved it. So it was more, it hit more of outside of the color thing, it hit more of a self-esteem thing. And that's why I called it and tagged this thing that we were doing, Bill and I were doing, an event and a movement. It was an event that I created in terms of the way we showcased and promoted the film across the country. But as an event, it was a woman's event. That it was a part of the healing process. That I want all my films to be a part of the healing process. Getting to know that, hey, first realizing there is the issue, then accepting that there is the issue, and then realizing that something can be done to heal that.